People like Mike Tyson and Diego Maradona, they didn't go to school and they didn't know how to use that money for. Why would someone buy three tigers and at the end the tigers destroy the whole house? Why would someone buy a diamond ring and then it does nothing for your family? You just family just have $500,000 and you didn't even pay your tax. So they have to be working, stressing their life out because of you. My name is Jason Albert. I'm 13 years old. I'm in grade 8 and I really love coding. So I love playing football at a young age and I love programming at a young age. And later on when I grew older, I thought about which one do I like more? Do I like football more or programming more than football? So I thought about it and I found out that maybe I love both of them and I could use programming in my football and I could use football in my programming because there's a problem I want to fix. It's the use of fake electronic devices in Nigeria. We have in Nigeria there are a lot of fake electronic devices and I want to stop that. My experience started when I traveled to Newi, that's in Anambra, for the holidays. And during that time, and I wanted to buy an AirPod, which I really, really wanted. So there was a shop there's an electronic shop that sells those kind of things like the AirPods, phones, earpiece. So I said, okay, let me get the money. So I got the money, which was 3,500, and I got there and I bought it. And when I got the first one, I tried it out with my laptop and it wasn't working. So before I traveled back to Uyo for the next session, I ran to the electronic shop and said, Ma, please could you just give me another one? This one was not working. And then she gave me another one. And when I got to Uyo, back to Uyo, I tried it with my laptop and I really got frustrated because it wasn't working. So I said, okay, one of these times that mommy is taking us to Tropicana, I'll go to either Royal Line or Pointec. So I went to Pointec in Tropicana one of those days and I tried and what they said is that the AirPod is fake. I felt very angry because I used my 3,500 and bought it while I'd used that to buy something else. And this has been 1 year right now and I've not gotten my money back because I've not visited Newi for a long time. So I'm creating a website with HTML and CSS to stop the use of fake electronic devices. I'm going to sell original electronic devices for Nigeria and we can find it easier and faster because I couldn't find an AirPod in New York that easily. I had to go to a far place to go and buy it and plus it was very, very expensive. So Newi was the place I knew that I could buy those kind of things easily and faster because there are so many electronic shops around our area. So I want to solve the problem, the use of fake electronic devices, home appliances to be exact, and to find electronic home appliances easier and faster. I started coding while I was 6 years old. That's when I was in grade 2. And my coach was Teacher David. He taught us, he started with M block. From M block, we moved to Scratch and we started with Python. But later on, we changed the curriculum and I started with code.org. From code.org, I moved to Ozaria. From Ozaria, I moved to Code Combat. And right now, I'm doing SQL, that is database.
Okay, so I've been teaching Jason to code since Jason was about 6 years old or maybe 7. And Jason was in my first ever coding bootcamp. I mean, I'll call it a guinea pig experience because the students were learning. That was my first experience teaching. So even the teacher was learning and I tried to do a lot of things. I experimented with them a lot, but it was a fantastic experience seeing that they were the ones who encouraged me that it's actually possible for children to understand this concept at a very early age. And I've seen Jason grow in being able to handle complex situations and being able to solve bigger problems. And generally, I've seen his thinking change over time. And I'm just excited about how he's able to combine his passions, his interests, and still find the central place where technology is going to play, a role technology is going to play in all of that coming together. And I really think that Jason is one person that the world should look out for, because the way he brings all his abilities, all his interests together, it's amazing. And he's able to bring the sense of thinking to problems, and it's fantastic.
My dad was actually my first football coach. He taught me how how to play softly, not to play harsh, because I injured people a lot whenever I'm playing a game. My teacher David, he revealed to me that I could use programming in football. I could use football in programming. Let me tell you how you can use programming in football, football in programming. Okay, let's start with football. Whenever, if you have seen in football trainings like Barcelona and Real Madrid are having a match this century, you may see some machines that shooting balls out for them to trap. That is what you can use. That's how football is used in programming. Those you can use programming to program those machines, and you can now use them in your football. Another thing is you can use programming for football. You can create your own football boots, your own football jerseys, anything that you want for football. That's what you can use programming for football. That's how I balance my love for football and programming. And football, Messi and Ronaldo are my two favorite footballers. And in programming, I one of my favorite coders is Teacher David, because he has really helped me throughout my coding life here during school. He has really helped me a lot. So I would say Teacher David is my mentor in programming, and Messi and Ronaldo are my favorites in football. One thing I like Ronaldo is that Ronaldo, if you have noticed, Ronaldo he wasn't given that talent to play football, but he saw it and he got interested in it, and he said, "Okay, I want to be a footballer." He then started practicing. That's why he's so good. He said to some people that, "Oh, I'm going to win the Ballon d'Or after watching someone winning the Ballon d'Or," and people laughed at him and said, "How can you're a village boy, you're still here, and you are saying that you want to win the Ballon d'Or?" But how many Ballon d'Ors has Ronaldo won? He has won 5 Ballon d'Ors already during his football career. One thing I like about Messi is not Messi is focused on football, but he does not kick other things out, like his family, out of football. I read in a book that when Georgie, his wife's friend died. That's when they were married. His wife's friend died. He traveled back to Argentina to go and console her. And she was like, "Aren't you having a football match like today or tomorrow? Won't you have to win that game?" He says, "No, I'll stay for my family. I don't Football is my career, but I stick with my family." That is what I'll have to say. And one thing I like about Teacher David is a programmer. Also, that he has taught me how to use programming to solve problems. Like, he has created 2 apps that I know, Dave Shoop and Smart Church. Smart Church, he has been going for so many meetings and he had a lot of things to do. But he now thought, okay, let me create this idea, this app that could help with the management of churches. So he created a prototype, he showed it to his church, Inside Bible Church, and his church liked it. So he and his team created the Smart Church app and the website for the management of your churches. He created SchoolX to for the management of schools in Akwa Ibom, in Nigeria, wherever. That's one thing I like about David. He uses his programming skills to create solutions. So Teacher David has told me this. Whenever you have started with something, like, Okay, if I start when I start with my football and I'm very good with my football, I have a lot of money, I can now say, okay, let me create a programming company. We will create solutions to problems. And that is what Teacher David has really taught me about. Whenever you have started with something, you can start with another business, because he started with SchoolX, and now he started with, and when SchoolX started booming, it went very well. He started with Smart Church. So that is one thing I would like. That whenever you start with something and it's going very well, start with another business. It can go very well. Like Cristiano Ronaldo, he has football. He's doing very well in his football career. Do you know that Cristiano Ronaldo has his own brand? He sells his own underwear, his own perfume, his own shirts. That is one thing I would have to say to people who have multiple passions. No, I won't quit school, because school is very, very important. People like Mike Tyson and Diego Maradona, they didn't go to school and they didn't know how to use that money for. Why would someone buy three tigers and at the end the tigers destroy the whole house? Why would someone buy a diamond ring and then it does nothing for your family? Family just have $500,000 and you didn't even pay your tax. So they have to be working, stressing their life out because of you. So I would say that I would finish school and then I'll start with my career.